What's up, everyone? This is Saiyan back once again for some more Let's Play CastleVania Symphony of the Night. In the last part, we found out who was truly controlling Richter. Turns out to be a guy named Shaft, and no, I'm not continuing to bring up the fucking joke. And we also defeated Medusa on the right hand of the inverted castle. In this part, we're going to be actually heading off to the left segment of the castle, more towards the library, to start off with a boss fight. And here it is. This is the Darkwing Bat. As you can see right there. Anyway, the boss itself is not really that big of a challenge. He really only has 3 tactics, one of which you can see right there. He flaps his wings and a huge gust will blow you away to the other side of the room. He has the drill attack, and just the basic swoop, so if you touch him, you get hurt for 6 damage. And if you're wondering about the quality of the recording, at least the audio portion, this is actually post-recording, and there's a level up. Mainly because my computer kept resetting its fucking audio, making recording basically impossible for audio. But I think I finally have it back to normal, and we got the Ring of Vlad. And that increases our intelligence by 10. Not that that really matters for me, considering I don't use intelligence for Alucard all that often. So yeah, after this video, we will have normal recordings, I hope. So yeah, please keep in mind, I haven't done post-recordings in like God knows how many months. I think the last time I had to do this was for a part in Final Fantasy X, like right after the Macalania Temple bit. But yeah, post-recording is just not my thing. I prefer to be in the moment, so to speak. Here we got the Moon Rod, and surprise, surprise, it's not actually stronger than my Bastard Sword. And we better change the card with the shield before we accidentally use a card. So yeah, we gotta keep what we got. If you think that the clock tower in the normal castle is bad, you haven't seen shit yet. Thank God for the mist form, because it helps out a lot in sections like that, so long as your magic holds out. Otherwise, you're gonna be running scared. And as you can see, I'm trying to cover as much ground as possible. It's just the OCD in me wanting to do that. Stupid me decided to return normal at the last second to get hit. Yeah, the bomb armors are not that big of a deal. I'd say the chandeliers are more a bigger threat than them. But there isn't exactly much in this section of the castle. It's just another way to get you towards the clock tower. We're constantly looking at the fucking map like a jackass. Yeah, instead of harpies, we get the cloaked knights. And their basic deal is that they fire their swords at you. Now, why would they fire their swords instead of firing like a beam of lightning or whatever? I don't fucking know. I'm not Konami. I didn't program this. Anyway, this passageway will lead us to 2 upgrades, and I think you can guess what they are. It's a life upgrade and a heart upgrade. Like you saw before in the last video with Medusa, basically, you don't really get health upgrades from bosses anymore. What we get instead is relics. At least from most of Dracula's generals. And basically, the generals are the bosses from the previous games. Like, we see the giant bat, that's from CastleVania 1. Medusa is also from CastleVania 1. And I believe several others. That's a given. And there's really, I believe, 3 more that are part of Dracula's little crew. Oh dear God, this is like the worst section ever. This section can pretty much devastate you if you don't have a good amount of magic within your bar. Because not only can you get stoned constantly, but you're also going to get bombarded by assholes who constantly get out of your range of attack. Also, trying to get the hidden items in this area is a big pain in the ass. And I'm just going to tell you what they are. There are 3 items. A diamond, which, aside from getting more money, is generally pointless. A life apple, which only heals your familiars, and I don't believe your familiars can easily get hurt. And a sunstone. And you may already know that we have the moonstone, which will improve your stats after a certain amount of time. I believe that stops after 17 hours of gameplay, and then you switch over to the sunstone, which will give you the same boost, but it'll last for the rest of the block anyway. So, that's basically it. Here I am trying to open up the locks, which is really kind of dangerous considering you're gonna get bombarded with a bunch of Medusa heads. And also, trying to do that damn gravity jump is a pain in the ass. Especially if you have to do it several times in a row. Yeah, is this the part where I give up? I think I'm pretty close to it. Yeah, if you get stoned right by the end of an area, you can pretty much kiss your ass goodbye, and you're gonna have to go all the way back down to the bottom. I don't know why it flashed like that and nearly gave me a damn seizure. Gripes. Yeah, this is where I try to get the other gears moving, but as you can see, that is damn near impossible at this stage. Considering there are so many cloaked knights and the Medusas never ever stop, you better be near like level 50 or something, or like in the 40s. I believe we're still at like level 36, maybe not even that. But yeah, look at that, all the way back down to the bottom. That would ruin anyone's day. Anyway, if you want to know how I fixed the audio problem, well, I didn't necessarily fix it so much as I reset my whole damn computer. And I know people are going to be gasping at that, but for me, it's not that big of an issue, as I don't have all that much stuff to back up on like a DVD or some kind of data disk. So, yeah, I was able to salvage this part, which was pretty much the only video I had to salvage, thankfully. And, yeah, I saved everything else. Yep, this is where I'm just going to say screw it and just get down to the bottom. Just let the stone do its thing. Like I said, getting the sunstone is not all that worth it, in my opinion. Here we go to the outer side of the castle, and for some reason I turned into a damn gargoyle. I don't know what the hell that's about. You know, for something that's made to increase the rate of recovery when it comes to magic, the stone doesn't exactly do its job. Well, not the moonstone, the other thing. I forgot the name, please excuse me. Yeah, I believe we only have about... Let's see. I know death is obviously one of them. And you're going to be seeing another one in this video, so that's 2. There's another 2 I see on the map, and I'm currently looking at it. Yeah, there's another 6 or 7 more bosses to go, including Dracula. But one is a very, very big pain in the ass if you don't have a certain accessory, which I will be getting sometime soon, not in this video, but in the future, trust me. And of course, Death sent most of our shit over to the inverted castle instead of the regular one, because he's a dick. Yeah, as you will find out in this video, there is only one Master Librarian. There's not like a reverse one or anything like that. There is only one, and he is obviously at the normal castle. So when you get to the inverted library, you're pretty much going into an empty room. It's kind of a dick move. They couldn't put someone else there, like a rogue demon or something. Here I go again with the trying to get everything on the map. Just do it like that. Get the luminous sword and the smart potion. Yeah, you gotta learn to use that gravity jump very, very often and very, very consistently if you want to get anywhere without using too much of your magic. And here I go, failing at it time and time again. Yeah, that bat's not gonna work, friend. You're not gonna reach it. So close, and yet so far. Such is my luck. If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Unless you know how awkward it is to use the gravity boots, you have no clue how hard it can be. Luminous, it's a little bit stronger, and seems to be a little bit faster than the Bastard Sword. Just glad that we're actually able to find a stronger weapon in this area. Yeah, we best get out of here before you start screwing everything else up, bud. I believe this will take us to the castle wall, the outer wall. And to our first other save point, which we can thankfully recover all of our magic in. And of course, I couldn't exactly go back and do this with regular audio, because obviously the audio shit out of me, and the file was already saved over, so there you go. In times of shit like this, I kind of have to do post-commentary, unless I just want the video to be silent. And really, the only videos I do silent anymore is just those random one-offs. And I believe this would be another teleport room. Let's search a little bit more, just in case we forget anything. I think many people consider the sword to be the best familiar, because obviously it kind of constantly goes towards enemies, even if it doesn't do all that much damage consistently, but it still seeks out enemies. And also the added perk of actually equipping the sword. But getting it to level up consistently is a pain in the ass. And yes, I'll stop saying the word consistency. Or consistently. Excuse me. Not too much stuff over in the outer wall. I believe it's just 2 upgrades. And of course, you know what the upgrades are by this point. They never really have two life upgrades. I can't believe so many fucking words. They don't really have too many life upgrades in the same room as each other. Really, it's just 1 heart and 1 life. That's the deal you get. Now we'll bring us back to the clock room. Oh wait, this is the library. I'm losing my damn marbles. And yes, the monsters in this area are the characters from The Wizard of Oz. Minus Dorothy and Toto. And instead of Dorothy, you get a decapitated head. Creepy. But also somewhat kind of lazy. I guess one person at Konami was watching The Wizard of Oz and suddenly thought, hey, I thought of a few more enemies for the game. Really, the one that's the biggest pain to deal with is the Tin Man. The Scarecrow is quite easy, and also so is the Lion, and the heads can be killed in 1 shot. You get a lot of gems in this area, but gems don't exactly do much if you're not right next to the old bastard. Now do they? Yeah, it shouldn't be too much more of this place to explore. At least I got a couple bosses into this video before it completely shot on my face. Yay, another saved room. Always good. Always delicious. I'm not so much worried about my life count anymore, so much I am worried about my magic count. Because with magic, you can pretty much stay alive as long as it's around, and as long as you stay in mist form. I'm pretty sure I forgot a bat upgrade back in the regular castle, but it can't be that big of a deal. We got the Baudelaire. Pretty sure I'm butchering the name. And it's weaker than our Luminous, so it's pointless! You'd think they spaced out these swords a little bit better, considering we already found the Luminous, and it's at least 20 or 25 points better than that. A little bit of better planting would be better. That way you're not getting swords ahead of something that you probably should have gotten near the beginning instead of near the end. This is where the mist can save your ass, because that asshole is guarding the edge. Much like someone would in a game of Smash Brothers. Yeah, I can manage to pull off the gravity jump. Surprisingly, I know. Yeah, scarecrows don't hit all that hard. I think only about 2 or 3 shots will take them down. You'd think that lions would be the hardest, considering that they're the largest and they seem the most capable of fighting, but nope, the Tin Man is heavily guarded and could explode on your ass. And some money and a Starlight, which is not a gemstone. It's actually an accessory. It strengthens the power of the cross, which, in my opinion, is not one of the good sub-weapons. Basically, you use it for one shot, and that's it. And the Ring of Ares is still not very good, considering it lowers your defense by too much. Why did they put in the secret boots? That just seems like a waste of space. Still using the backdash, even now. Because it's faster than walking. Yeah, it really sucks in this area that you can't jump over small hurdles. Makes travel a little bit easier to deal with. I think that's going to be nearly all for this area, thankfully. We don't ever have to come back, unless we somehow missed a spot. Which I don't believe we did. Yeah, recover that HP. You're gonna need it. Doesn't matter if you choose to save or not. And I probably shouldn't be saving too often in these videos, because, again, something like this could happen. Yeah, I don't know what the hell those floating heads have to do with the Wizard of Oz. Or maybe it's just put there because there was no other place for them to be. Keep in mind, I never read the books. I just watched the movie. So, someone could possibly fill me in. And there's absolutely nothing at this stage, so why they couldn't put anything in there is beyond me. There's a hell of a lot more ground to cover in this place. See? They constantly bombard you. They don't necessarily make the enemies harder, they just spam a shitload of them at your face. That is not how difficulty works, Konami. Think! Yeah, keep swiping at nothing, Lion. You're sure to damage the air. Genius. Of course, being me, I'd have to hit the one block that no one else would be likely to hit. Now, how soon do we get to that other boss fight? It can't be too far from here. It's a very interesting fight, too. So I'll save that for when we actually get to it. Yeah, those skulls are pretty much indestructible. You cannot destroy them. And this will lead to the boss fight, finally. And it is Frankenstein, or the creature, if you want to be true to the book. It's Frankenstein. Yeah, his main thing is rolling around like Sonic for some reason, and swinging his hammer. Other than that, there's not much else. Both the hammer and the roll can be easily dodged by either turning into mist form, or jumping over him when he's in rolling form, which I failed to do, or just walking away from him when he tries to swing his hammer. And he probably uses the spin move more often than he probably should. He always goes right to the middle when he's done. Again, other than that, he's not that big of a challenge. It's just a little bit of a pain in the ass because he constantly uses that damn spin. Of course, the sword does nothing, but thankfully, he falls for the trap I set for him, and he goes up in smoke. And with that, we get the Tooth of Vlad, which sounds rather disgusting. And it's Strength plus 10, which I use definitely more often. So that's definitely a plus. And we should be near the save room, which was next to the doppelganger in the original castle. So yeah, another health recovery. Getting those a hell of a lot more often in this part than in the last one. Yeah, I leveled up at least twice in this video. Difference. And let's bust open this urn. Frolic potion. Yippee. I believe this will contain a life max up. Why they would put something so important right there in the open is beyond me. And here we have skeletons that shoot beams from their dicks. The Nova skeletons. Or they can be shooting Kamehamehas. It really is up to you. I'm not judging anyone. What do we got here? A dim sum set. Yeah, it probably doesn't recover all that much health. No, I wouldn't be that surprised if it didn't. And like I said before, there should be another upgrade around here. And it's right in the middle of everything. Figures. They make it somewhat difficult to get something that can actually help you. That makes sense. And just like with the last little observatory room, this is rather pointless. You can use the telescope in the regular castle, but I just failed to do it. It's not that big of a deal. It's a tiny little thing where you can look around. It doesn't really show anything or give you anything once you use it, so what's the point? My god, they put those Nova skeletons everywhere. And I believe that they do come back in Aria of Sorrow. Just in a slightly different color. I believe it's gray instead of green. But yeah, they do come back. And if you manage to defeat them in that game, you can sometimes get their soul. And that's a whole nother kettle of fish I won't be getting into for a long time. Because I do eventually plan to do Aria of Sorrow, which I kind of prefer that over this. I mean, it's good for story's sake. I mean, Alucard doesn't really want anything to do with Dracula, and he wants to put him away. Fat load of good that does, considering he comes back every 100 years. And this long hallway is complete with little pinchers at the floor. And we got an iron ball. Don't know what the hell that does, but I doubt it does anything really all that great. They don't exactly put a lot of stuff in this area, as you can plainly see. Oh, we got ourselves a magic jar. With a meal ticket. I think this is where I decide to just empty my entire inventory of meal tickets, because otherwise it's just eating up space. and whatever you get from them is random. Yay, an apple. An apple, breakfast, lunch, corn dog, and something else I wasn't paying attention. That's food. I think probably one of the better things is still the high potion. I think that's my 3rd level up in this. Not that I'm exactly complaining. You need to level up as much as you can to get as much HP as you can. Probably one of the most common combinations of moves, using the gravity jump and then going directly into the bat form or the mist form. That way you get as much leverage as you can. And we're in the reverse caverns, which means should contain another. Ah, there it is. Life max up. But not another HP up. Instead, we get a diamond. We decide to go back to the old man. That'd help us out quite nicely. It's the most valuable gemstone in the entire game. And they don't show up too often. Sneaking around as a fart cloud, basically. You're the jack-o'-bones. Oh, and these things. All they really do is just take up space. So they're just there to be a blockade. If you do decide to run into them, I believe that, yeah, they'll explode and send little things down. Other than that, they're not that big of a threat. It's just they're difficult to hit, considering they're at an odd angle than what you're used to. Thought we hit a save point at this moment in time, but nope, we just get bombarded with little shits trying to stab us. Oh, well. Is there anything else around here? Doesn't seem like it. All that way for one gemstone. Not exactly worth it, is it? Get out here before you get stabbed by a little shit. It's a hell of a lot easier going down than it is going up, isn't it? Well, for once they didn't put them right in your way. And poison does not really affect your health so much as it affects your stats. Basically just attack and defense. I think I'm going to stop it here, and next time in Let's Play CastleVania Symphony of the Night, we'll be continuing the rest of the Reverse Caverns, and we'll be back to normal commentary. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out!